Why don't you read the Constitution and find out what you're supposed to do?
I would go to Washington, I'd line up every member of Congress, and I have Ron Paul, who I believe is one of the more honest men in Washington. I say, Ron, point out the honest politicians and the dishonest politicians.
I don't know that.
And as we're walking down the line, he say, he's honest, he's honest. Now he's dishonest. I'd walk up to him and I'd say, you're fired. And if he didn't move immediately, I'd choke him unconscious and drag him over to the pile. I'd choke him unconscious and drag him over to the pile.
My program is very simply this. I'm running on the things I don't want to do. I don't want to run your life. I don't know how to run your life. I don't have the authority to run your life, and the Constitution doesn't permit me to run your life.
If everybody just leave everybody alone instead of trying to manipulate everyone else's life, I know that's easier said than done, and the temptation politically is to get in and involve yourself with every last minutia that people are involved with. But it's not it's not going to be that way for the time being until things take it. The pendulum's going to have to go all the way over to one side before that. Ron Paul he's talking about fiscal responsibility. That certainly is something I like. Ron Paul he's talking about fiscal responsibility. That certainly is something I like.
I have been talking about monetary policy for 30 years, and this is the first time in any presidential campaign in 100 years where the monetary issue has come up, and it's something that we have to deal with. We have to have honesty in money, because that will put honesty on the politician who can't spend money they don't have.
I mean, they lied about the murder of Pat Tillman. They lied about the rescue of Jessica Lynch. They lied about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. They lied about ties to Al-Qaeda with Saddam Hussein. None of those were true things. Well, there's only one person that I like at all, and that's Ron Paul. Well, there's only one person that I like at all, and that's Ron Paul. He's the only one that I agree with, that we need to audit the Federal Reserve, that we need to shut down these wars and bring our young men and women home immediately, shut down all these bases throughout the world, and let's start concentrating on jobs at home and job creation here. Can you imagine the money we could put forward to our infrastructure if we weren't involved in these two stupid wars that we've been in for 10 years?
We are now spending nearly $1 trillion a year to maintain an empire. We were not meant to be an empire. We were meant to be a republic protecting liberty here at home. We weren't to be the policemen of the world.
Your view of Ron Paul?
Well, I think he's the only guy that's saying, listen, we need a radical restructuring of our government. And he's absolutely correct. And he is what a real conservative is supposed to be. And any rational, reasonable person who would listen to Ron Paul talk goes, well, here's a guy who obviously understands the system, was calling the economic collapse way in advance.
30 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he's a brilliant, brilliant guy. He's a brilliant, brilliant guy.
It's called monetary debasement. It's debasing the currency. And how do they do it? Very simple. They just print it. We need to prohibit the printing money. We need to deal with the Federal Reserve System.
Oh Christ! I'm not trying to talk for clapping. I'm trying to talk for you guys. You better start thinking. It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous. If you guys don't start thinking as men, we're going to have a lousy country. Jesus, I have had the chance to be with guys who are with things and against things. And you know, Christ, you try as I try as a human being to listen to both sides of everything. But there's no both sides anymore. They're just trying to wreck our goddamn country. It's time for you younger guys to take over.
There's a prairie fire going on there. The message is spreading. We do our job, and the best we can to spread the message, but the truth is that people like you have been spreading this message. The message is being spread, and fortunately the word of mouth now has some little tool called the internet. It's fantastic.
Ron Paul is out there trying to make a difference.